So hard-boiled eggs, they are a great low-carb snack, a great keto snack. They're just a great snack in general. And today I am going to show you how to make the perfect hard-boiled egg in just 10 minutes. When I say perfect, I'm talking about making some hard-boiled eggs that have a soft, creamy, melt in your mouth yolk. And we're going to be avoiding the dry, chewy, kind of makes you want to choke when you're trying to swallow the egg because the yolk's just so dry. We're going to be avoiding those hard-boiled eggs with today's recipe. Also, I'm going to show you how to avoid the terrible shell sticking to the egg itself when you're trying to peel the thing and you'll lose a bunch of your egg to the shell sticking to it. It's a terrible, terrible thing, and I don't want that to happen to you. But thankfully, I've got a pro tip for you guys on how you can avoid that. So that being said, let's get in this one. Let's make some perfectly cooked hard-boiled eggs. All right, so since we're making hard-boiled eggs, the first thing we're gonna do is get out our eggs. Once we've got our eggs out, we're gonna add them to a large empty pot. Today, we're gonna be making 10 hard-boiled eggs. So once we've got all of them added to the pot, we're gonna bring that pot over to the sink and fill it up with water just until it reaches an inch higher than all of the eggs. So now at this point, we've got enough water added to our pot and we are all set and ready to bring it over to our stove and turn the heat up on the stove to high. We're also going to cover the pot with a lid, and our goal right now is to bring the water up to a rolling boil. So once we've got that rolling boil going on in our pot, it's looking something like this. That's when we're going to turn the heat of our stove down to medium, and we're also going to set a timer for 9 minutes. I like to use my phone for this, and this is the perfect amount of time for perfect hard-boiled eggs. So at this point, our eggs are boiling away, our timer is ticking, and we are going to get together a bowl full of ice and water. The bowl of ice water is so that our eggs cool down and stop cooking as fast as possible. Like I said, that 9 minutes is the perfect cook time, and this ensures that our eggs are perfectly yellow and creamy and not overcooked, dry, and chewy. So as you'll see, once that timer goes off, we're going to get out a slotted spoon, and we're just going to start removing the eggs from the boiling water and adding them to our bowl full of ice water. Once we've got all the eggs added to the ice water, we're just going to let them cool for a couple of minutes, and then we are all set to start cracking and removing the shells from the hard-boiled eggs. I don't recommend waiting more than a couple of minutes after you take them off the stove to remove the shells, because I think the shells have a tendency to stick to the eggs if you do that, and this is just something that I've noticed from making a bunch of hard-boiled eggs. Also, running some water over your hard-boiled eggs while you're removing the shells, I think makes it a lot easier to not only take off the shells, but also I think it helps remove the egg from the shell as cleanly as possible as well. So once we remove the shells from the hard-boiled eggs, we're just going to add those back to the ice water that we used from before. We're going to pop a lid on top of that bowl, and then we are going to store those in the fridge for up to a week. Of course, hard-boiled eggs, they make a great snack any time of the day though, so when you do cut into them, this is what you can expect: the perfect creamy hard-boiled egg consistency that every hard-boiled egg should have. So that's how to make hard-boiled eggs perfectly cooked in just 10 minutes. I really hope the tips in this video help you avoid those overcooked eggs that we were talking about in the beginning of the video that are just, they get stuck in your throat, the yolks do, and you need like something to drink to swallow the yolks. It is so awful. But a good hard-boiled egg is delicious, and I hope that's what you're gonna get from following the instructions in this video. Thank you guys so much for checking this one out. I hope you enjoy the eggs, and I will see you in the next recipe.